I'm Carl Lepke with Skeptic Distillery Company. Today I'm going to show you how I carbon filter our Skeptic vodka and make it taste so smooth. So step one is to get a tote of recently distilled ethanol. This is going to be at 190 proof. The first step is to hook up your cam lock hose to the outlet of the tote with all of the ethanol in it. That hose I had just hooked up to this tote right here with all the ethanol in it is going to go through this pumping system. I kind of built this out of stuff that I found around in my neighbor's warehouse. He has a lot of random stuff, but something similar can be built with store-bought things. So, number one, this is the hose coming from the tote. So this is the inlet of the pump. I have built this with this dual valve system. This basically closes everything off going to the pump. There's a secondary valve right here. This valve opens a bypass loop. So this pump, you don't want it to ever run dry. So this ensures that if I close the outlet up here, that the pump will never run dry. So basically, it's self-priming. Now, because he has really cool stuff next door, I was able to implement something actually really cool, which helps me know what the flow rate is that I'm going through. That is this device. This is a flow meter. And it's explosion proof because ethanol is highly flammable. The next step is to take your outlet hose and put it to the tote where you're going to be filtering into. Easy, right? Okay, so let me talk a little bit about how the carbon filtration process works. Carbon will remove pretty much any impurity that you have in your spirit. It's a really effective means of basically filtering things. So it's going to filter particulate and impurities, leaving the final spirit tasting really smooth and really clean, which is what I'm going for. Is you want to have an exchange rate of around 1 bed volume of fluid per minute. That's kind of the ideal speed. You can go slower, but that's the ideal speed. Off the top of my pumping system, I'm feeding into the bottom. You always want to feed in bottom up. And I have this valve, so I will open this right before I'm about to pump. So that'll come up through here, all the way to the top, and right here it'll come over and back down to the bottom of the second one. This way I get basically 2 filtration passes per run. So each time I pump through, I'm actually doing 2 filtrations. And then the outlet of this one is what's going to lead all the way back to the finished product tote. Let's fire it up. Now we're ready to go. Oh wait, no we're not, because this is the valve leading to the... I always close that when I transfer hoses, otherwise it's all going to leak right back out. So now that everything's connected, I'm going to go ahead and open it. And that worked. Okay, now we're ready to turn it on. So flip the switch. Gets a little loud. And you can see in here it says 0, meaning the pipe is empty. Now that's starting to go up. There we go. Now you can see that it's at about 3.7 gallons per minute. So that carbon bed's gonna hold, I'd say around 5 or 6 gallons. But I can't really go faster than that because that's too much pressure in the system. And I actually will start to have leaks. So this is like my ideal rate. And the moment of truth, There we go. That's good, clean, purified vodka. So I'm gonna do this 3 more times. That's a 4-pass, actually an 8-pass filtration. And then we'll do a final proofing down and it'll be ready for bottling.